It's time for another book review. I just finished Trapped, my third book of a year. Fifth one, if you count Star Wars, which I gave up on, and Green Lantern, which I gave up on. They didn't really have it for me. And so I picked this as the fifth, and it's the third one I completed. It took me 2 rents, just like the other one, or checkouts, but it's very satisfying to know that I'm the only one that's read this in the last 2 years. But, basically, Michael Northrop wrote it, and it's about 7 students and a teacher that get trapped in a school during a nor'eastern type blizzard, drops feet and feet of snow, whatever. And I'm not going to spoil it, but someone dies at the end. One of the kids, maybe the teacher. Will you ever find out what happens to the teacher after he leaves the school after the first 24 hours? You're gonna have to read it and find out. Making all kinds of goofy faces. Anyways, the last few chapters were literally, let me show you, because they were very wonky. My mic's probably all over the place. I've had these free headsets for like years. But yeah, look at this. This is a chapter. And then the next chapter is... not even that much longer, but it's the final one. And it ends so abruptly. Yeah, it's a good read. Takes you maybe 6 weeks if you're slow like me and don't read every day. But I finished it in about 3 hours, the last 30, 40 pages today. So it's pretty cool. It takes you a while to get used to the book, though. It's not like, oh, good, this is fantastic. But there is something cool about the book that I noticed when I was renting it again for the second time so I could finish it. If you look at the chapters at the top, the snow, like right here, see that? As you go in the chapters, the snow goes up higher and higher until you get to like 30, I think. Gets right at the top at around 30 and completely disappears. It's the school. The book is the school. And the snow is going up feet by feet every chapter or whatever, and it's pretty neat. So the whole book takes place in like a week to 8 days, roughly. There's not really a real time measurement because the school gets so buried they can't really tell if it's night or day, and the blizzard's going on all the time. And it was a good book, I guess. I would have taken out the whole... There's a few parts I would just have eliminated. I'm not going to spoil anything, but I would have taken them out because it was just neither here nor there. Just gross little teenage problems that were stupid. It didn't add any depth of character. It was just a complainy little child, really. They're teenagers. Anyways, one of them gets rescued, or they all do, but for sure one gets rescued and one dies. I'm not going to say who. I'm not going to say if it's male or female. I'm not going to say if it was at the school or on a highway or in a cabin somewhere. Or, you know, it makes me mad, though, because the teacher at the beginning, you don't really know what happens to him, and it's such an abrupt ending. And the back says Dance Friday Winter Wonderland, which I guess is supposed to be cute, but there's no dance they talk about in here. It's mostly about baseball games basketball games that are canceled or something. So the back cover is kind of like a cop-out, I guess you could say. It doesn't make sense, but I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of mentionings of TV shows that are noticeable and events that happen. So it could be partially based realist versus fiction, nonfiction type stuff. But I don't know if this actually happened at a school or not, but I highly doubt it. It seems like it could be real, but it might be mostly fiction. But I enjoyed it, so pick up a book this winter or summer if you feel like you're too hot. Get a book like this and make you feel cold, I guess. I don't know. But that's my shortish book review of Trapped. The character that escapes. The character escapes at the end on this, like, or one of the characters that dies on this thing that's got like a Russian name on it, like a flamer thropper or something. I don't know. And something happens, and then another student has to go try and rescue them, and find out that they are dead, and they have to keep going, blah, 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 while the other 5 students stay in the school. Which, by the way, a roof collapses. It's kind of interesting. That's where it really picks up. It all picks up in the last, like, 10, 12 chapters. But, yeah, there's a lot of little things here and there. There's some fighting, there's some drama, there's some flirting, and there's darkness, and I don't know. It's one of those survivalist type book things. It's fun. Give it a check out. I'll see you next time. I think I'm going to take a break from reading, because while I was looking at this checkout thing, my brain came up with a new book idea, and I was like, son of a bitch. Because I come up with new ideas all the time, but this was really good. So I'm going to film that directly after this, because I'm so excited about it. I haven't done a vlog in for like a million years, other than these. Not like a personal one, but yeah, I think I need to make one about books, because it's a really good idea. So see you next time. Bye-bye.